bang here in any way you slice it. I'm gonna dice it up for you today, here on April 20th. Let's say 26th, April 16th, 2023. A beautiful Tuesday. The weather's starting to change outside just a little bit. The spring is certainly creeping into the air, and it's a wonderful feeling here in Massachusetts. So, thank you for joining me today. I truly appreciate you spending a little bit of time having a listen. Hopefully, I can provide a little bit of inspiration and motivation for you today. But I seriously want to ask you, do you consider this just another day for you? Is it just another normal day? Is there anything different about it? See, we go through life, you know, falling into the trap that it's just another day. Yeah, it's just another day, just another work day, just another holiday. I think that is when we start taking things for granted in life, and when we should really be truly appreciating every single moment, every single day on this God green earth, because we do not know how many more days, how many more sunsets and sunrises we have left for us, because every single day, whether you believe it or not, is truly a gift. So we need to utilize our time, and we only share the same amount of time every single day. So take a step back. I know some of you are already waking up, going to work, or maybe you're listening to this podcast later on in the day. And I want to ask you, this just another day for you? Is it just another day where you can't tell today from yesterday, from last week, from last year, from 10 years ago? Because if that's the case, then we have to kind of break that trend, break that mold, and truly start appreciating every single day we have. I understand, we go to work, and sometimes the monotony, it can be overbearing, and it can just be mundane, right? So, what can we do to kind of snap out of that? What can we do a little bit different today to create that perception and reality for yourself, where it's not just another day? It's not just another day for you. What can you do differently today that you won't forget today? Because if I told you you only had 24 hours to live, or 48 hours to live, a week to live, 6 months to live, you would start living differently. You would do things a little bit differently. You would look at things a little differently. Maybe a little more crazy, right? Maybe you spend more money a little bit differently, but you would definitely appreciate every single day a little bit more. Appreciate the ones, the loved ones, the family and friends, your coworkers, uh, or everyone around you. You would appreciate them a little bit more, because all of a sudden you knew you were on borrowed time. So in reality, we are all on borrowed time, because we do not know how much time we all have left. So we need to start looking at life just a little bit differently, and start living with a sense of urgency, because nothing is guaranteed. And I know life goes by way too fast. No matter where you are in life, you could probably look back and like, where the hell did those 5 years go? Where did those 10 years go? My child's already 5, 10 years old. My child's already going to college. Where did the time go? It's not stopping, folks. I know you know this, but we have to sit. We have to really start engaging and manifesting in greatness every single day, because we don't have much time left. That is the truth. So we got to start appreciating every single day, because we're going to look back one day and we're going to say, damn it, why didn't I do that differently? Damn it, why didn't I tell that person how I truly felt? Damn it, why didn't I love more, care more, give back more? So why did I destroy certain relationships? Why did I destroy myself on a daily basis? Why did I treat people a certain way when I shouldn't have? Why did I take everything for granted around me? Right? So these are all the things that we've all done in our life. These are all the things that we've fallen trapped to in our life. But guess what? You, you have an opportunity to turn that around by not living today like it's just another day. It is not just another day. We're in a moment right now. You're in this moment listening to this podcast, and I thank you for that. But I want you to take a step back and reflect on how you can break this monotony, how you can break this daily deja vu, right? It almost seems like a groundhog day, right? Every single morning you wake up, get ready for work, and you go to work and you do the same old thing. You come home and then you do the same old thing. You go to bed and you do that. You repeat that 5, 6 days a week. and then you get that 1 day off or 2 days off, right? Get that weekend off, and what do? How do you spend it, right? So some people love to just party or get wasted and just like it's been a long week, I'm gonna get drunk, or or maybe they're gonna spend that those 24, 48 hours with their loved ones, do some great things, create some memories, enjoy the time, or they're gonna do housework, yard work, whatever it may be. You have an opportunity today to start living a little bit differently by making a smaller, you know, different choices, which on the surface you might think is just a small difference, right? But this can help create that that sense of breaking the mold of living in monotony, right? You can all of a sudden, instead of a simple thing, right? Instead of having, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee today for morning. Well, maybe you switch it up. You drink tea. I'm gonna go to this particular restaurant for lunch. Well, I'm gonna bring my own food for lunch. All these different things. Or instead of taking a 10-15 minute break, I'm going to work right through it. I'm going to get it a little more done. I'm going to hammer through these calls a little bit more. I'm going to study a little bit more today. I'm going to get out of work a little bit later because I want to put that extra time in so I can get ahead for tomorrow. All these little different choices and actions that you can take can change your day, right? So when you get out of work, you have a different sense of what you accomplished throughout the day. So you've already broken that repeated action that you are constantly doing, right? It's this perpetual monotony that you can't just get out of because it's just a work week, it's a work day. So what can you do today to switch it up a little bit? Obviously, you have to clock in, you have to go to work, you have to provide for your family, you have to make that money. I get it, I understand it. But there's certain things throughout that day where you can do things a little bit differently, where you kind of switch it up, shake it up a little bit, and all of a sudden, maybe you get different results. Maybe you feel a little different about yourself, and maybe you feel a little better about yourself. So no matter what you do today, do something different from yesterday. Do something a little different from yesterday, no matter what it is, right? Because sometimes when we fall into the trap of living day by day and it's the same old day, it just becomes just another day, and we cannot allow that to happen. We have to start living with a sense of urgency, and sometimes it's better to switch it up a little bit because then you get out of your comfort zone, and then you learn a little bit more, you grow a little bit more, and that's where you know life becomes enjoyable because all of a sudden, there's certain things that you didn't expect to happen. You have to think differently, you have to react differently. And that's one reason why I've always loved traveling. Because every single day was going to be different. You're going to visit a different place. You're experiencing different cultures, different lifestyles. Tasting different foods. Viewing different sights. Um, and it's just a different feeling. Now, obviously, to an extent, that's a vacation, but you're traveling because you're seeing different things for what they are, right? So even though you might be living and going to work from 9 to 5 or whatever it may be, you know, you can switch certain things up throughout that day, throughout your day, kind of just to see where you are in that growth process, in that learning process, where you are in your company, at your school, on the practice field, wherever you are. If you can just try something different today to shake it up, you can see different results. Go about your day just a little bit different to see where you are, see how you are doing, because it's important not to just to fall into the trap, to fall into the trap of, oh, again, I gotta do this again. And even though it might be necessary, even though you might have to do it because that particular job calls for that task, for that action to be completed. I understand it. I get it. But there's other things throughout your day where you can switch it up. So don't let today just be another day for you. I want you to go out there and try something different, do something a little different, whether it's, when you're taking your break or after work, doing something, going outside. I mean, now the weather's starting to change a little bit here in Massachusetts. Get outside, go for that hike, go for that walk, you know, ride a bike, you know, jump in the ocean for all you crazy folks. Do something a little different to Make today a little bit more memorable than yesterday, right? Because if you can do something a little bit different today from yesterday, then tomorrow you'll be more apt to try something a little bit more different. Because again, where nothing's guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in this world. So don't fall into the trap that you think that it is. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. You're not guaranteed next week. Nothing's guaranteed for you. You think it is because maybe life's been so easy for you, but it's not. It's truly not. So life is what you make it. Life is what you make of it. So please, please take a look at how you can switch it up a little bit today. All right. Take a look at how you maybe try a little more self improvement today. Take a look at how you can treat others a little bit differently today. Take a look at how you can, think of yourself and build yourself up a little bit more today. As always, that negativity is always lurking around, trying to bring you down, no matter if it's in your own mind or the outside forces to try to make you think you're worthless and all these certain types of events that are happening around you and people, external forces and voices all around you that might be negative. You got to push it out. You got to push it out. It's a battle between your ears every single day. We know this. We understand this. Create that positivity. Create that positive mindset. Try to keep that as long as you can. And when those negative thoughts creep in, those negative voices or people that are around you start, you know, circling around your mind, your body, your soul, you got to push it out and realize, you're going to be able to get through this. This is just, this is almost normal. It's almost, it's almost normal to have all these negative things, voices, people, events around you on a daily basis. It's almost normal, depending on what kind of life you're living. That is out there. So for you to fight through that, I know that takes a lot of mental energy, sometimes physical energy, right? Sometimes exercising is the best thing you can do to kind of get that negativity away from you, to build a little more self-esteem in yourself. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You don't have to go to the gym for 4 or 5 hours just to get, just to feel better about yourself. It's a simple, 10-15 minute workout. It's a simple 10 to 15 minute meditation. Go on YouTube and listen to some meditation music and just relax for a minute and just decompress just for a few, right? Um, writing down your thoughts, writing down your goals, all these simple steps that you can do any day, at any time, at any moment in your free time, because I always talk about it, you have about 8 hours of free time every day, 6 to 8 hours minimum you have for yourself every single day. Now, how you use those minutes, it really depends upon yourself, and it really sets the tone for yourself. I understand maybe you gotta wake up and you gotta go to work, and by the time you get out of work, you might be a little more tired and you don't really feel like doing it. But if you can just force yourself to do some some of those actions, if you can just force yourself to do some push-ups, some jumping jacks, to go for a walk, if you just force yourself to go on that bike ride, for that hike, just to get outside, if you can force yourself to write down, or if you can force yourself to read for an hour, if you can just force yourself to do those things, you'll feel better about yourself. You'll feel better about yourself. And sometimes that's what has to be done every single day to keep that positive mindset. I know for myself, if I don't do my morning push-ups, and now that I'm speaking to you Monday through Friday, which I've been doing since January 8th of 2024, so I'm plugging along here, and I'm going to keep going as long as I can. I feel better about myself in the morning. Do I wake up tired? Yes, sometimes I do, but I got to do it because I've made this promise to myself and to you. So I have to hold myself accountable and even know that morning routine of push ups, a little bit of exercise, a little meditation, coming live on my live Facebook page and YouTube channel. This is a routine. This is a routine that is necessary for me, but it's not the same all day. It's not the same all day. I might have to go to work later. Today, thankfully, I don't. But I have to do something every single day a little bit differently just to shake it up. Here in Massachusetts, a little bit different from Panama. Panama, whatever comes my way is whatever is called for has to be done is done. Here, it can be a little bit more mundane, but if I'm not trying things a little differently or trying to have somewhat of self improvement throughout my day, if I'm not trying to take those particular actions, yeah, I can. The negativity will set in. The negativity will set in. So it's important for myself to do a little exercise because I'm not doing a little exercise, especially if I don't do a couple days of exercise. I can feel the negativity coming in. So for me personally, it's important to do a little bit of exercise just to get those positive juices flowing. Just to get those positive juices flowing. So maybe exercise isn't the best thing that you want to do right now, but if you go outside and you go for a walk, you know, to clear your mind, clear those thoughts, and, take a look. Oh, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right, right? And you kind of come back and recalibrate your soul, and you can have a great day. You can have a great week, a great month, right? Because 2024, this is a battle year. It really is. It is a battle year. It almost seems like it's a battle year for the human psyche, for this country, for this world, in a sense, right? We feel it. I think majority of people that are paying attention do feel something is a brewing, and we're not really sure. And you put on the news, you watch both political parties or wars breaking out across the globe. All these things are happening, and it creates this trickle down effect for the psyche of in society, right? Because now, whether you know it or you didn't in denial, like it has been an order out of chaos and divide and conquer, s- you know, perpetual scenarios going on all around you, whether it's race related, gender related, you know, um, religious related. It's just like division is everywhere, right? So we can fall into that trap, which is what the powers that be want us to do. And we can fall into that trap of negativity and division very easily. But if you can kind of rise above that and see what is going on and see what is really important in life, what you really want out of life, and if you start treating other people the way you want to be treated, no matter what's happening above you, across the globe, inside your town, inside the country, the bickering, the fighting, the infighting, the corruption, all that kind of jazz. If you can just stay true to yourself and stay true to, what is right, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna rise above it. And I know it's not easy. It's a daily grind. It's a battle. It's a battle between your ears every single day, and there's a battle going on out there. There's a battle going on out there. So you have to be able to rise above it and realize, you know, life is way too short. Life is way too short. So you want to start appreciating every single day. So don't allow today just to be another day for you. Don't allow this year just to be another year for you, right? Let's gain the best experiences out of it. Let's make some memories, right? Let's do something. Let's do some great things. So when we have an opportunity to look back at our life, we can say, what, I'm very proud of what I was able to accomplish. I didn't waste away, because that is not what we're here for. You know, we're not going to live perfect lives. I understand this, but if we can enjoy it, and try to leave a lasting footprint here in this, some form of legacy for our family to look upon, our towns, to look upon our cities or states or country. If we can do some great things where people say, what, that person, I might not agree with everything that person did, but that was a good person. They did some wonderful things, something that people can look up to and learn from, so, but it starts with getting out of that box. It starts with getting out of your comfort zone and doing some different things. Sometimes you can't just follow the herd everywhere you go because we saw where that went during the COVID years, following the herd. We saw where that went. You start following if we listen too much, if we blindly obey to one political side or the other, lose the ability to critically think for ourselves, we're going to get in trouble. We're going to get in trouble. So always question what is happening around you. Always question, you know, I'll say the powers that be that want you to do certain things and want you to give up certain rights or act this way, do this. You know, always critically think who benefits from this, who benefits. So I want you to benefit today. I want you to benefit for tomorrow. So start living life just a little bit differently than what you've been doing. Take a look, take a step back, take a step back, and look at it. How can I live today a little bit different from yesterday? Is today just another day for you? If that's the case, if today is just another day for you, you're gonna have to start taking some actions to get out of that routine. It could be just a small thing. It could be it could be 10, 20, 30 minutes of your day just to shake it up a little bit and change the trajectory of your day. And obviously, if you continuously do that, you can you can finally break that routine and start living the best life. Start doing great things for yourself, for the loved ones around you, and you'll feel better about yourself. And it's important to feel good about how you live. It's doesn't it feel good to do positive things for your family or friends, for your coworkers at your job? Doesn't it feel good to do positive things? It does. It does. So that's how we want to start living every single day. So I want to thank you again for swinging by, having a listen today on April 16th. So we're hammering through this through this year. It is going by way too fast as always, but I want to thank you again for swinging by, having a listen. Hopefully, this podcast and this morning talk show provides a little bit of inspiration for you. I truly appreciate you having taking the time for swinging by and having a listen because it does mean a lot to me. So thank you so much. Have a great day.